Hey guys, it's AJ back with another voiceover for Speedpaint. Today I'm doing a drawing of Jolene, Hermes, and Foo Fighters from, Stone Ocean, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I originally was gonna write, I had started a draft or a script, but then halfway through, I was just kind of like, this is just me, this just sounds like me rambling like I usually do in these videos, like these voiceovers. So I decided that, fuck it, I'm just gonna voice over this from, just improv it, I guess. It's always easier for me to do that for some reason. So yeah, that's what we're going with. There were some prompts and topics I wanted to talk about during this video since I did slow down the speed for it to be a longer video. I've noticed that it's kind of if I speed up the video a little too much, the video is kind of too short to really post. So I decided to slow down the speed. Then it looks like I have a 12-minute video I have to ramble through now, but you know what, that's fine. If you clicked on this video, that means you wanted to hear my voice anyways. So yeah. So through this video, the Speedpaint, this is actually a sketch that I started working on immediately after my pretty much a project I had to do for class for uni. So this was done at 12 o'clock in the morning after I got that finished. And for some reason, some ungodly power took over me. And I was like, you know what? I'll start drawing. Sure. How bad can that be? So yeah, this was done pretty much in the middle of the night. I did give up on it around 2 hours in, I believe. So obviously you don't see me stopping in the middle of the speed paint, but I did take a break after a while. So as I was saying, I did have a few topics I wanted to talk about over this speed paint. I did ask, over on Instagram under the same username as I have now. If you want to go check that out. I did ask my followers on Instagram for any topics that they wanted me to talk about over this speed paint. And there were a couple, but none of them were very intriguing to me, or it's just something I've already answered in another video before, on my follower special video speed paint that I did a while ago. So for this video, I'm just gonna I'm gonna ramble about the Stone Ocean anime that was released in 12 episodes, in a weird 12 episode chunk on Netflix that me and my roommate kind of just watched all in one night once it was released. So my thoughts, so far I'm thoroughly enjoying it. I know they've skipped over quite a lot of the content of the manga already, but honestly, for the first 12 episodes, I think it's fine for the most part, because honestly, a lot of the fluff that they kind of just took out was, I think it makes sense for the most part. There's nothing really about the adaptation that I think is not living up to what our the manga intended it to be. So I think so far the anime has been pretty faithful and pretty it's been damn good if you ask me. The entire time I was just kind of dang, wow, this is finally being animated, because the thing is that I only finished the Stone Ocean manga pretty recently, a couple few months ago when I finished part 5. I was like, all right, I'm gonna read part 6 too. So I was so color me surprised when the anime announcement was dropped, not even 2 months afterwards. So I was pretty excited to say the least, at least. And so was my roommate, obviously. But so watching it was quite amazing. It was a blast. It was so much fun to watch with my roommate. And through it all, I was just kind of like, wow, I really, I just the entire time, Loki, I was thinking like, why doesn't Jolene sound like the way I thought she would be? And it's not like this is not me dissing like the voice actor of Jolene or anything like that. I actually really like the voice actor that was chosen for Jolene, but I think that was only because I am used to hearing the Jolene voice actor they use for like Eyes of Heaven game, and I thought the Eyes of Heaven game voice actor for Jolene was just so amazing. I thought it was perfect. Like the gruffness of her voice, like and how like rough it sounded. I thought that was on point. It was exactly what I thought Jolene would sound like. And then so when the anime came out, I was surprised they chose a different voice actor for her because I just assumed they were probably just gonna use the same voice actor since nobody else has ever been Jolene before. But I guess it makes sense they didn't do that since game and anime voice actors tend to be different sometimes. So I guess I shouldn't be too surprised about that. Um, I think everybody else's voice actor is on point though. Foo Fighters, Hermes, Jotaro's returning. His voice is perfect too though. Like that voice casting was perfect for Jotaro on the spot, definitely. Um, I am a little disappointed about Poochie's voice actor though. It when I think of Poochie, I wasn't exactly expecting the voice actor that they chose for him. Of course, I've grown accustomed to hearing it like that, but again, I'm just used to hearing the Eyes of Heaven voice actor for Poochie, so the difference it just kind of was jarring at first. But that's okay because the anime is good, so I don't really have anything to complain about that. Um, I really did think the entire like first 12 episodes being dropped all at once was kind of interesting. I wondered why they decided to drop it for just the first 12 episodes and not, like a weekly or bi weekly episode drop. I'm assuming it's because, of the circumstances of of everything going on, the animation team and everything just, that they couldn't keep up with a consistent schedule like that, which is, I understand. So, I don't know, it was just kind of interesting because I and a lot of other people were under the assumption that they would drop the first two episodes and do it by like a monthly schedule in that case, but then they didn't, which also makes sense because it's the first 12 episodes, 4 weeks in a month, usually one episode per week. So they wait another like 3 months to drop the next episode, which so that makes sense. They had all their work cut out for them for the next 3 months, so that makes sense. But that also means I'm really, really looking forward to the next episode, which is supposed to be dropping in April, I believe. So I can't wait to see that because I should still be with my roommate till then. I am actually graduating pretty soon, so yeah, there's also that. Just casually drop that in the speed paint video. So but I'm glad to finally see my girls animated. It's so nice to see, the first and only, as of now, female JoJo, animated with her gang of besties. And, I'm I'm looking forward to the rest of the arcs being animated, especially the weather report arc, which because weather report is probably my favorite character after Food Fighters and this arc, this in Stone Ocean. So I'm looking forward to his arc, but at the same time, I'm just curious about how they're gonna do it. Like if you read the manga, then Weather Report's arc is quite heavy, and especially during this time, I'm not sure how people will react to it because it is quite intense and it is not. When I was reading through it the first time, I had to take several breaks in between reading the manga because of just how, like I said, how intense it was, how heavy the topics were being covered, and especially with some of the things that were shown. Oh my gosh, I'm not sure how Araki got away with some of the things that he discussed, but at the same time, I understand why he might have wanted to include it in the manga so much, because this is like a story set in the United States. In the issues that Araki covered in the manga in this part were very real, very raw. So so in a way I appreciate how he just depicted that. At the same time, it was like kind of out of left field. Like if you weren't expecting it, and if you are not used to topics like that, I definitely can see why it might be very hard to get through, and very heavy handed to get through and understand. Of course, I didn't think all of the arc, and even in Weatherby's part arc, was the greatest. I have my own complaints about it, but that's for a different video, definitely not for this one. But moving on, I'm also interested to see more of Weather Report and Anasui in general. I can't remember much about Anasui, honestly, if I'm gonna be honest. The only thing I really remember was how funny I thought he and Jotaro were in the manga, like their interactions. Like, I think it was spot on for how how Jotaro would react to a character like Anasui, which is I just find it amazingly hilarious. So I cannot wait to hear it in the anime and see how it goes from there. So I will just leave the video at that. If there's still some video left, I'll just play some music. So hope you enjoy your day. Bye.